is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are back with another live stream today. We streamed yesterday. I took a week off, so I'm just kind of trying to get back into it. I'm probably going to be streaming every day this week. And I'm thinking Friday to do an early day stream because I've had a few people requesting. I used to do daytime streams and now I've kind of shifted over to evening, and I know there are some people who are like hours ahead. So I think Friday is going to be a daytime stream, maybe like midday Eastern time. So hopefully you guys can make it to that one. We have RJ here. Hey, RJ. Yeah, 2 nights in a row. We're going to get into some Scream theories. As always, that's always what we end up talking about. Hey, J1. Hey, Eunice. I'm good. I hope you are too. It's 3 a.m. for you. Yeah, so hopefully you can make the Friday stream. I think it's going to be, I don't know, maybe like 2 p.m. Eastern time. So it looks like you are 8 hours ahead of me. So that should be 10 p.m. for you. Hopefully that is a good time. Hey, Daniel. I think this franchise has more layers than we think, don't you? For sure. Yes. I am just so excited for Scream 7. I'm sure all of you guys saw the photos of Ghostface that we got the other day. We talked about it in the stream yesterday too, but I did a video like 2 days ago sharing the photos that Craven Something Scary first shared on his channel. So that is pretty exciting. We got our first look at Ghostface. Hey, Patricia. I am well. Hope you are too. Hey, Michael. Yeah, I saw the photos of Neve Campbell on set. She looks good. She always looks great. To me, though, it kind of looked like she wasn't really filming. It just kind of seemed like she was hanging out on set. It didn't look like she was filming a scene. So, I don't know. Hopefully we get a few more images soon. I just hope it's nothing major. You know, I don't want spoilers. I know with the video of Ghostface, Craven said that he knows who they were chasing, but he chose not to share it, which I think is the right call because we don't want to, you know, we don't want to be spoiled. Because he made a good point, like, or someone made a good point, that it would eliminate who's under the mask. You know, if we see who Ghostface is chasing, then we can kind of assume they're not Ghostface, although that's not always the case. You know, like Quinn in Scream 6. She was attacked. It looked like she died, but she ended up being one of the Ghostfaces. Changes to the Ghostface mask or robe? I don't know. I didn't really notice anything different from the little clip that we saw. It was also kind of hard to tell if it was a regular mask or an aged mask. The photo was very blurry and far away. I might have it here actually to pull up. Yeah, so you can see the photo's pretty far away and the lighting is dark, so it's hard to tell if it's the aged mask or the regular one. But you guys know, you know, Stu's back. So if he's alive, which I think he is, will he be wearing the aged mask that we saw in Scream 6? I don't know. We need more killers wearing different colored masks. That would be cool to change it up a little bit more. It was obviously so cool to see the aged mask in Scream 6. So I wonder if, I don't know, if they're going to kind of try to change it up again. That would be pretty cool. Hey, Jackson. I am on the East Coast. Is there a video ranking masks? I couldn't find. I wonder your ranking. I have not done a ranking video. I feel like I don't know, there's not that many variations, so I don't know if I would do a ranking video for that. Hey, Raggedy Man. Hey, Christopher. You said, I believe Stu and Jill will be back in present day of the film. There will be flashbacks all around the films to show Stu's involvement and survival. The flashbacks will have Stu, Billy, Roman, and possibly Mickey. Yeah, I would love that. I definitely think Stu's back, present day, alive. Jill, I would also love that, but I don't know if they would wanna bring back 2 ghost faces. I would absolutely love it. But I agree, I do think that there's gonna be flashbacks as well to kind of, like, psych us out. In the opening, I think there's gonna be a Stu flashback so that people think that that's all we're getting with Stu, and then he's gonna show up at the end, alive. Hey, I'll be right back. Hey, Shane. I feel kind of cheated that we never got a child for Dewey and Gail. I just think she was so focused on her career, and obviously they were always on again, off again. Like, Dewey and Gail just could never make things work, and the fact that she was so career driven, um, I guess there was just no time for them to have a kid. I think Ethan Embry is a ghost face and friend of Stu's from back in high school. That would be interesting. Hey, Paula. How would you feel if Ghostface used a chainsaw or other weapons in 7? That would be cool. I definitely would like to see them change it up a little bit. Um, Obviously, we got the shotgun in Scream 6. That was cool. I mean, I don't want them to get too crazy with it. I think Ghostface is just the best with, the typical weapon. Um, but it would be cool to see them use something at least once in Scream 7. Hey, Derek. A glossy, bedazzled mask for a mask change. The female killer will be an absolute diva. That would be cool. I know all the stores sell the bedazzled ones, which I don't have. I wanna get one. I wanna get a pink one that is also bedazzled. So it'll turn into Fast and Furious with people coming back. Yeah, see, that's why I don't know if they would wanna bring back more than one killer actually being alive. Um, I do think 2 isn't that crazy. Like, if it was Stu and Jill, I think that would be the perfect amount of crazy, um, but definitely no more than 2. I mean, that would just be too much, but I have a feeling that they'll think that even 2 returning ones would be too much because they know that people already have, like, a hard enough time, um, with the idea of Stu coming back. So, those people who don't want Stu to come back, if they also bring back Jill, they'll be upset. Kevin Williamson is doing stuff he wanted to do in the other films. That includes Stu running a cult, Jill surviving, and a cliffhanger as Kevin Williamson wanted in Scream 4. Yeah, I mean, definitely with the Stu thing, I think he wants to do what he originally wanted to do in Scream 3. Like I said, I would love for Jill to be alive, but I just don't know if they will do it. Hey, Sarah. Welcome to the live stream. I try to do regular live streams. I was saying earlier that I am going to try to stream every day this week. So definitely tomorrow. I'll try for Thursday also. And then Friday, I think I'm going to be doing a daytime stream. Because I used to do daytime streams and people have been asking me lately if I can do some again. So I want to make sure that people who are in different time zones get a chance to be a part of the streams. I said it yesterday, but it would be cool if in later films Sydney and Gale finally snap and become Ghostface. Yeah, I just think that it's too late for that. I definitely don't think Sydney would ever become a Ghostface. I honestly don't think Neve Campbell would stand for that. Gail, I could see her being a Ghostface, but I just think it's too late. I think it should have happened decades ago, like Scream 2, the latest Scream 3. I think it's too late. Hey, Commentary 101. I wonder why they didn't kill Stu with a definitive method in the first movie. Have they ever considered bringing Stu back in future movies? Yes. It was the plan for him to come back in Scream 3. He was going to be leading a cult of ghost faces. So yeah, I guess they always wanted to keep that open. Hey, because movies. It'll be smart to leave off as a cliffhanger on Stu Macher. Wouldn't you think that the movie will have more profit given that people want to see what happens next? I agree, yeah. Especially just the fact that Stu being alive has been this theory for decades at this point, pretty much since Scream 3. The fact that it's been this long running theory, people want it so bad that maybe they're gonna think let's keep him around while we have him, you know? If they kill him off in 7, then that's just it. That's the last time we're gonna see him. But um um to end on a cliffhanger, yeah, I think why not bring him back for just one more movie, Scream 8, and then give him a definitive death. Hey, Leo Ghostface. If Jill shows up, I hope we see her reveal before Stu. Imagine Sid's face not only seeing Jill, but then she steps aside and Stu takes off his mask. Yeah, that would be crazy. I never really thought about that if Jill gets revealed first. I've kind of been thinking what if they hit us with Stu first and our minds are blown, but then they without any time to even process Stu, they also hit us with Jill. That would be crazy, but yeah, I hadn't thought what if they reveal Jill first? Which will obviously be so crazy and I would be so happy to see her again. But then it would kind of have me thinking oh no, if Jill's back, then maybe they're not going to bring back Stu. So then that would surprise me if they brought back Stu after her. Are you going to have any chance of going to the Stu house? I don't know. Maybe one day. We have a super chat from the dark side with love. Thank you. You said, I love the show. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Do you think this next film will start up another trilogy? Please show us your full mask collection one day. Um, yeah, I heard rumors that Scream 7 is supposedly the start of another trilogy. It's just a rumor, so I don't know if it's true. I could definitely see that case because the fact that Sydney's daughter is like in Scream 7, and we don't know how many more movies we're getting with Sydney. Like the fact that with these new movies with Scream 5, they already tried to move on from Sydney with Sam. Now we're going back to Sydney, but she's not going to be able to carry the franchise forever. So they definitely want to move on from her eventually. And what better way than with her daughter? So yeah, I definitely could see 7 starting up another trilogy. Um, and yeah, I gotta do a video showing off my collection. I did one like months ago in the summertime, and I don't know if I've added much stuff since then, but I have had a few requests for that, so I'll have to do another collection video. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Let's see. Hey, Ray. Hold on. The chat scrolls away from me sometimes. Trying to find where I was. Hey, Eli. Hey, Chocolate Ice. Shane, Pirate X, welcome. I think the Carpenter Sisters will return for Scream 8. I would love to see them again one day. Hopefully they can work something out. Hey, Alex. I do hope it's a two-parter, or I don't know if it would be a two-parter. Like, I don't know if they would call it Scream 7 Part 2. I just think it would be Scream 8. But I do hope that, like we were just saying, I hope Scream 7 ends on a cliffhanger and they can kind of continue this particular story in Scream 8 and pick up right where they left off. Like, don't even have any type of time jump. Just literally pick up exactly where we leave off in Scream 7. That would be cool. I honestly don't want any other previous Ghostface to steal Stu's thunder. I do love Jill, but I really feel like Stu needs to come back on his own. That's fair. I kind of agree. As much as I would love to see Jill, we probably should give Stu his time to shine. Hey, Carrie. My night is great. Hope yours is too. Hey, Simon. Yeah, I saw the photos of Sydney. I was saying earlier, it didn't really look like she was filming a scene. It kind of just looked like Neve Campbell was hanging out on set. So I don't know, but I did see them. Yeah. Yeah, she did. She did look great. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna have to do a tour of all of the filming locations for the first movie. I hope we'll get a few more movies until Scream 10 or 11. I definitely can see them going on for a while. I feel like as long as these movies do well, which they always do, and as long as people want to see more, I feel like it's gonna have to happen. The Scream movies are going to go off the rails in later films. They're going to there's going to be a ritual where they bring back Billy from the dead. Yeah, so as I just said, like I would love for them to keep creating Scream movies, but only as long as they can keep making quality movies. You know, if things get too if the quality starts going down, like then we should just probably not make any more movies. But um no, I think Scream the Scream franchise has always been kind of grounded in reality a little bit and consistent. So I can't see anything supernatural ever happening. I'm excited to see Isabel May. We really haven't heard anything about her since her casting was announced months ago. You know, we haven't seen any photos of her on set. We haven't even seen her hanging out with the other cast members. We've gotten some behind the scenes photos of like McKenna Grace hanging out with Sam Reckner, Asa Gurman, Anna Camp. We have not seen Isabel May hanging out with them. Long live Stu. Hey, Jordan. Thank you for the super chat. Are you joining Marcus's stream Saturday? Um, yeah, yeah. I need to respond in the chat. But yeah, I'm totally down. For sure. That'll be fun. It's been a while since I was on Marcus's channel. In case anyone here doesn't know what we're talking about, Marcus from I Shot Him 6 Times, that is his channel name. Go subscribe. He has a great channel. I'm sure a lot of you here do know who I'm talking about. But yeah, we're gonna collab soon. So definitely go subscribe to him so that you don't miss it. According to insiders, Scream 7 is set to have the most brutal death in the franchise's history. I hope so. We got to step things up a little bit. I know Mason Gooding said that it's the most brutal and that it's super gory and that there was a prosthetic that made his stomach turn. So, and he said that when we see it, we'll know what he's talking about. So I am so eager to see what he was referring to. If Stu is revealed in 7, then we can have a few scenes in 8 of Stu talking to a Ghostface, but not showing the Ghostface's identity, which will be revealed later on. That would be cool. I am 100% a Stu believer. I would hate it if all the Stu clues are just there because it's known that it's a theory in the real world and they're just trolling us. Yeah, that would suck. I don't think they're trolling us. I really don't. My heart can't take one of the twins being without the other. That is a sad thought. You know, honestly, if one of them dies, they both have to die. What will Stu's first words be to Sydney once he reveals himself? Love your channel. Thank you. I hope it's a callback to the original. He should say, surprise, Sydney. Hey, Paula, thanks for being here. I'm more of a Jill fan than a Stu fan. Stu's my favorite. I love Jill, though. I feel like the Scream franchise will be the only 10, 11, 12, or even 15-part movie. Be the only franchise to stay consistent other than Friday the 13th and Halloween. I hope so. I hope they can keep making good movies. I feel like other franchises, like the two that you mentioned, they do kind of go off the rails the more movies they make. Um, Friday the 13th, I feel like every sequel just got crazier and crazier. Halloween, like, as I love the Halloween franchise, but the fact that sequels constantly erase the previous films, there's like three different timelines in Halloween. Um, I hope Scream doesn't do something like that. Do you know why the directors of Scream 5 and 6 left? I think at the time, well, Scream 7 has been delayed. So it was originally going to start filming like a year ago, pretty much, when all the announcements were coming out that like Christopher Landon was the director. But I think initially Radio Silence left because they were busy doing Abigail, I think, with Melissa Barrera, or they were just doing another film where they wouldn't have been able to do Scream 7. But now that the fact that Scream 7 has been delayed, um I guess it could have worked out where they were the directors, but I'm kind of glad that they're not directing it. I'm so happy to have Kevin Williamson back. And as much as I love Scream 5 and 6, I do think that they were kind of missing something. Um so I'm a little happy that they're not directing, even though I love their films. Hey, Scotty, thanks for the super chat. You said 3 emphasizes with beheadings and Chad screams 6. Maybe the grotesque prop is his head. Ooh. Considering the damage he has taken, maybe Ghostface realizes he needs to go big. That would be, oh my god, that would be so dark to see Chad get beheaded. I mean, that might be what has to happen to kill Chad because he has survived such crazy injuries. Um I kind of hope he survives though. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I feel like a part of me thinks that he survived too much, that he should go in Scream 6, but another part of me loves his character. And I love Mason Gooding in general, so I don't know. I mean, I've heard rumors about something happens with like intestines, so maybe that's what he was talking about with the gross prosthetic, but only time will tell. Thank you so much for always supporting the channel, Scotty, and hanging out in these live streams. Maybe Chad is the one hung by his own intestines. Maybe Mason was shown the prosthetic because it's what is happening to his character. Oof, I hope not. That would be so dark. But then again, I've been saying we need big deaths. Characters that have kind of been around for a while. Scream 5, obviously, we lost Dewey. Scream 6, I thought we were going to lose Gale, and we didn't. And there were no big deaths. So I don't know. Maybe Chad should go in Scream 6. I mean, Scream 7, but it'll be sad. I'm also happy that Stu's role in the film will be very important to the plot. Me too. Daniel RPK said that on Twitter, that he is important to the story. It's more than just a cameo, so a little scene of Stu scolding all the ghost faces for letting Sydney get away with everything like they're his kids will be pure comedy. I just cannot wait to see Stu back. Like, oh my god. So excited. In Scream 2, when Sydney answered the phone, Ghostface says, "Remember me?" They could say this was Stu, and it was him who attacked her in the house. Yeah, they definitely could. Um, I just put out a video like less than a week ago, I think, where I talk about like what has Stu been doing for 30 years? That is a lot of people's biggest issue. Like, why has he waited this long to come back? And I'm thinking, what if he was here the whole time? What if he wasn't like, I don't think he was just away doing nothing. I mean, maybe he was and just waiting for the perfect moment, but what if he was actually here the whole time and he was in every single sequel? Am I the only one that cries when watching Scream 5? It's a very emotional movie for me with Dewey and Gail's relationship, constant tributes to Wes. Yeah, it's definitely emotional. Dewey's death, the last time Dewey and Gail talk, even like Judy's death, that is emotional too. The fact that both her and her son get killed, that is sad. We have had a lot of brutal deaths throughout the Scream franchise. What can be a step up? I don't know. I think they could get a little bit more brutal. Like Olivia in Scream 4, that takes the cake for me. Like the fact that her whole room is covered in blood. I want something like that. I want like a big show, something that is really just going to make you be like, "Holy shit." Um I don't know if I don't know if 5 or 6 really ever made me feel that. I guess, like, Annika's was pretty, ooh, like, that was bad, but I don't know. We have another super chat from Scotty. Thank you. You said, "Macher been chilling with Myers in the sewer." Imagine. Yeah, I don't know, like, I've just been doing nothing the whole time. I definitely think that he's in 5 and 6. I think that he has been pulling the strings in 5 and 6 for sure. When it comes to Scream 2, 3, and 4, I don't know, that's a little more questionable, but I just think it would be so cool if they reveal that he's had a hand in every single sequel. But that could be tricky to pull off. They gotta get a lot of things right. They can't mess it up. Um, but I guess we'll see. Almost oh my god, so today's the 25th. On the 27th, 2 days from now, it will be 1 year until Scream 7 comes out. And then the very next day, the 28th, we can officially say less than 1 year till it comes out. And then the real countdown begins. I am just so excited. Um, I don't want Chad to die. I love Chad. I wouldn't want him to die either. No, he just put his head back on. He'll be fine. Probably. Knowing Chad, he'll survive a beheading somehow. I'm not sure, but hasn't every sibling relationship lost one another? Um, well, how many siblings do we have? We have um Tatum and Dewey. Obviously, Dewey lost Tatum. And then The only other siblings are Sam and Tara, right? And they're both still alive, so I don't know. I mean, if they want to make it emotional, I do think one of the twins have to go. It'll be hard to watch, but like we need these big deaths. You want to feel something, you know? I'm missing my concert just to watch your live stream. Oh my goodness. I appreciate that, but go to your concert. You can catch the replay. Oh, school concert. All right, then who cares? I appreciate you being here, though. Thank you to everyone who is here, by the way. We have 72 people in the stream. Please, everyone, give the stream a like. It definitely helps out the channel a lot. But I appreciate you hanging out. We're going to go for a little bit longer. And then I am planning to stream tomorrow as well. So I think someone getting strangled with their own intestines would be wild if that's what happens. That would be wild. I don't want Chad to go because I want Randy to come back in the future and meet his niece and nephew. Jamie Kennedy has this theory that Randy faked his death somehow. I'm hoping we get a FaceTime with Ghostface in Scream 7, or at least Ghostface pops up behind someone during FaceTime. That would be cool. Oh, Randy and Martha's siblings. You forgot about her again. Yeah, that's so crazy. I keep forgetting about Martha. That's hilarious. Yeah, I guess Martha lost Randy. Are there any other siblings that I'm not remembering? That's so funny. I forgot about her yesterday too. Thank you so much for all of your super chats, Scotty. Imagine seeing all 6 Scream movies in the theaters again. I gotta do that. Oh, I see Chocolate Ice said they should re-release the movies until Scream 7 comes out since they did it with all the old movies. I would love that. I definitely would have to go do that. I mean, I've never experienced the first 3 in theaters, so that would be so fun. Stu was in the hospital for 30 years trying to recover that damage. That would be a long recovery time to be in the hospital for 30 years. Chad is Iron Man. Yeah, he was stabbed like 30 times. I admire you for being able to be civil towards the Stu deniers, considering their lack of civility towards us Stu truthers. Yeah, I try not to get angry. It's whatever. It's just a movie. Like, you know, if they want to get angry about it, that's on them. And like that just proves that they're like a miserable person. Um and I like to have fun and be happy. So it's whatever. If it turns out your theory that Dewey knew Stu was alive turns out to be true, I hope we get a flashback of Stu and Dewey, assuming maybe Stu was being held somewhere. I would love this. I talked about this in my video that I posted today. If anyone here has not seen it, after the stream, please go check it out. I just posted a video about Scream 7 flashbacks. Definitely go give it a watch, give it a like, leave a comment, and let me know your thoughts. Hey, Leah. Hey, Chris. I think they are going to reveal Stu is the killer. He was solving mysteries with his dog. Dewey can definitely come back in flashbacks. There's just a lot there that we didn't see. I agree. I just think a flashback would be such a great way to see him again, you know? Even David Arquette has said, like, you know, when it was time for them to film Scream 6, he was so sad that he wasn't a part of it. Um, and, you know, Courtney Cox wants him back. I think a flashback is the only way to do it. And, you know, do it for the fans. Let's just see him. They seriously need to get you on the writing team for the rest of the movies. I would love to be a consultant. Who do you like more, Ethan or Cute Boy from Scream 6? Definitely Danny. You guys know I don't like Ethan at all, but I also love Danny. I love him. I thought he was such a great character. I think he was so funny at times. He was so protective of Sam. I just love him. It's such a bummer we're not getting him in Scream 7. Like before the news that Melissa was fired, he was so confident that he was coming back. He did an interview um shortly after Scream 6's release, I guess. He said he was like your boy will be back. And then Melissa was fired. So, has anyone checked on Josh Segarra? Like he's probably super bummed about it. You should dress up as Ghostface or at least Sydney when Scream 7 comes out. I might have to. I dressed up as Sydney for a YouTube video. I don't know if you saw it. This was like I think it was last Halloween, not this past one, but the one before. Um I did a video like ranking Sydney's best moments while dressed as Sydney. Randy ran away with Joel. One can dream. I wish Joel was, you know, the smartest character. If only Randy got away with him. I don't think Skeet Ulrich is confirmed yet. It was just a rumor. You forgot about Sydney and Roman. That is true. Although I don't think she was too upset to lose Roman because he was trying to kill her. Given the fact that in the leaked video of Ghostface merely just stalking his victims is going to definitely intimidate a lot of people. That was a creepy video. I thought Ghostface looked pretty menacing. If anyone here doesn't know what we're talking about, I put out a video a couple days ago about our first look at Ghostface. Craven Something Scary shared some images and a quick little clip of Ghostface filming on the set. Oh my god, yeah, there's like so many siblings that I'm forgetting about. I'm sure there's a couple other ones that I'm not even thinking of. Can you do a live stream tomorrow? That is the plan. I think same time tomorrow. Around 7 p.m. Eastern time. Friday, I think I'm gonna do an earlier one. I think Friday is gonna be like 2 p.m. Eastern time, maybe 3 p.m. So definitely make sure all notifications are turned on for my channel so that when I do go live, you get notified because I don't really plan these things. Like I kind of just jump on here when I get a free moment. The fourth movie was the first one that I saw in theaters. I will never forget that experience. Like Jill's reveal in the movie theater was life-changing. We have a super chat from V. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. You said, love your channel. Thank you so much. Totally think you should make a video about yourself, like where you're from, what got you into making videos, what's your favorite scary movie? Maybe, yeah. I'll think about it. I've never done a video like that. Um, yeah, maybe I will consider it. But favorite scary movie, you already know the answer. Scream. But maybe I'll share some ones that are my favorite other than Scream. That could be cool. Thank you so much for the 10 bucks. I seriously appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Oh my goodness. And we have a $20 super chat from Scotty. Thank you so much, Scotty. No worry about film quality after Scream 7. They have left open many avenues for after this film. Mrs. Carpenter in cahoots with Stu. Jill Charlie's still alive. Sam, Tara, Danny returning. Someone good turning bad. Sid's kids. That is true. There is so much story to be told. They could literally, I don't know. I feel like they could go on for a while. That's true. I wonder if only Stu comes back in 7 and not Jill, if down the road they'll also reveal Jill in a future movie. I wonder if they would do that. Maybe if they see how much people love Stu being back, if then they'll want to bring Jill back in the future. I do definitely think the door for Sam and Tara is definitely open. I feel like hopefully one day they can work something out. Maybe not for Scream 8, maybe Scream 9, Scream 10, but I hope Sam and Tara can come back for just one more movie, like wrap up their storyline. Danny also, like I do feel like Danny could come back without Sam. I don't think it's obviously it would make more sense with Sam, but I think Danny could come back on his own. I mean, the twins are back, without Sam and Tara. So anything's possible. Like they could figure something out. Maybe Gail will be back in New York one day and Danny's still there. Yeah, Charlie still being alive though, I don't know. You guys know my thoughts on that. There was a time where I believed it like completely, but not so much anymore. We talked about it in the stream yesterday. But yeah, also Sid's kids. Like I definitely think it's so smart that they're introducing Sydney's kid in Scream 7 because like I was saying earlier, Sydney can't carry this franchise forever. They do have to move on from her eventually, which they tried to do in 5. It did work, but obviously Melissa was fired. And I feel like rather than giving us a brand new character, why not have it be Sydney's kids carrying on this story? Thank you so much, Scotty, for all of your super chats. Oh, and we have another super chat from V. Thank you so much. Def, love to see you drop some in-depth top 10s. Like what? Like top 10 movies? Top 10 anything? Top 10 horror characters? I could do that. Let me write that down. Yeah, I do kind of want to branch out from Scream a little bit. I love Scream, but it's like I also love other horror, so The problem is sometimes when I do try to branch out to other things, those videos don't do that well. So, I don't know how many people want to see me talk about other horror movies. I don't know. But yeah, I do wanna branch out a little bit. Thank you so much for your super chats and for supporting the channel. We're gonna go for, like, 10 more minutes here. Hey, Cody. We have another super chat from V. Thank you so much. Favorite horror movies, scenes, Dexter episodes. Yeah, you know what? Thank you for reminding me about Dexter. I definitely wanna do some Dexter ranking videos. I wanna, like, rank the seasons. Um, but yeah, I could also do, like, the episodes. Um, yeah, that's a good idea too with the horror scenes. Thank you again for all of your support on the channel. Um, is this true that Skeet Ulrich was confirmed? Did this happen while we were on the live stream? I saw someone else say it in the chat, unless it was the same person. But last I checked, it's not confirmed. But maybe it happened while I was on the stream because that's how I found out about Matthew Lillard. I was literally live streaming the day Matthew Lillard was announced, and I thought you guys were trolling me in the chat. um Turned out to be true. That was like the craziest moment of my freaking life. Still doesn't even feel real. Will there be another tier list stream, like Scream Kills tier list? Yes, I have been wanting to do that. Yeah, I want to do another tier ranking. Um, we have a super chat from Ghostface. Thank you so much. If you were in the opening scene of a Scream movie and received the phone call from Ghostface, what would be your real response? Um, I guess it depends on what they're saying to me, but I feel like I would just get the hell out of there. Like, I would not be lingering around for Ghostface to come and attack me. I would be out of there. I would hang up on them, honestly, and call the cops and go running out of the house. Like, that is my thing when I watch horror movies. I'm like, why? Like, I would just be so out of there so fast. And another thing I hate is when, like, a character hits the killer falls on the floor, and rather than beating the crap out of them to make sure that the killer can't get up again, they just run away for the killer to then chase them. Um, but yeah, I would probably hang up and call the police as I'm running out of the house. And hopefully hopefully I'd have a car to jump into and drive away and just never look back. Thank you so much for the super chat, Ghostface. I appreciate you. It's good to see you talking about something you're so passionate about. Thank you. That is why it's just so fun for me. Like, I truly am just so passionate about it. I love that all of you guys are too. And talking about it with all of you guys is literally so fun. Like, I could do this every day, which I do. um yeah, it's the best. Let's see, who else do we have here? It's interesting that the only time we see Ghostface in a big crowd is the movie theater in Scream 2. I hope we get another crowd scene like a concert. That would be cool, a concert or something. I guess the subway in Scream 6 was kind of crowded. That was cool that it was like in public and no one even realized what the hell was happening to Mindy. I like that a lot. Like we need something like that in Scream 7. That just makes it so scary that you could literally be in public and it doesn't even matter. Like no one will help you. Bye, Jordan. When did you first get into Scream? I honestly don't remember. I remember being really young watching Scream 2 on TV. Um, Phil's death scene in the opening, that really stuck with me. That was like seared into my brain. I was super young. Um, I mean, I know when Scream 4 came out in 2011, I was a big fan, but I don't know. I don't know when I got so obsessed with it. Top 10 final girls would be a good one. That is a good idea. I did something like that um during the Halloween season. I did like my Mount Rushmore of Scream Queens, I think I did. But yeah, I could do top 10 final girls. Who do you like more, Sydney or Dewey? Probably Sydney. I love Dewey though. In Matthew Lillard's Instagram post, did you notice that he was writing as though he has nerve damage? Yes. People have pointed that out. Definitely a possibility. I know this is not Scream related, but Dexter kill count is now 151. That is crazy. That is a lot. He's got to be one of the most successful serial killers. That's up there. We have another super chat from V. Thank you so much. I think you're going to have a huge channel rise when Dexter Resurrection comes out. It has been filming relatively close to me in New York. So exciting. Yeah. I think so too, because when I was covering Dexter Original Sin, those videos that I was making were doing so well and it was getting me so many new subscribers. That is why my subscriber count has gone up so much lately because of Dexter. It's crazy. Like obviously like Scream is my first love, but I also love Dexter and somehow my Dexter videos seem to do better than my Scream videos, which is crazy. Um so yeah, I agree. Once Dexter Resurrection comes out, my channel is going to be doing well again cuz the Dexter fan base is just crazy. Um and then we're supposedly getting a Trinity prequel. So there's just more Dexter content that's going to be coming out. And what else? I think Dexter Original Sin is going to get renewed for a season 2. So they said that they plan for Original Sin to be multiple seasons as well as Resurrection. Like Resurrection's also going to be multiple seasons. I am just so excited. Thank you for all of your super chats, V. I appreciate you. We have another one from Scotty. Thank you so much, Scotty. Seriously, you guys are being so generous tonight. You said maybe Dewey and Gail had a kid they had to put up for adoption because of their troubles. That will pop up down the line just reaching. Damn, if that would be kind of messed up if they gave up their kid for adoption just because they couldn't make things work between the two. Um yeah, just like I was saying earlier, like I just think Gail was far too career driven to even think about having a kid. Um, but yeah, imagine imagine they pull some twist on us and it turns out they do have some kid that we didn't know about. That would be insane. Thank you again, Scotty, for all of your super chats. Would you ever do a fan meetup or go to YouTube conventions if your channel were to get that big? That would be amazing. Hopefully one day I can get to that point. That would be great. Let's just hope Scream 7 is not too violent for Matthew Lillard since he says that Scream 6 was too violent. Yeah. I feel like he's just happy to be back and he's getting that paycheck. If it's too gory for him, I don't think he cares at this point. He just wants to be back. Did you watch Scream Queens? I did. I love Scream Queens. Season 1. Season 2, I don't think I've ever finished season 2. It's so boring in my opinion. I rewatch season 1 every Halloween season. And then every year I try to attempt season 2 again, and I just cannot get into it. I have no idea what happens in season 2. There's been rumors for years that they might come back with a third season. I would love that. Imagine Emma Roberts and Jamie Lee Curtis. Does Jamie Lee Curtis survive in that show? I don't even remember if she dies. But yeah, I would love a season 3. Let's see. Let me get to a few more here. Yeah, Scream Queens is so good. I remember watching it as it aired live on TV. I think I was still in high school at that point. um Let me see. Gail might find something on that mental health hospital that makes her see Sydney. I wonder how they're gonna reunite. Like, what is gonna make Gail go to Indiana where Sydney's living? I don't know. I mean, there's rumors that Gail's TV show gets canceled. So obviously that frees her up from New York, but maybe she doesn't show up until Sydney gets attacked. Maybe she goes running to help Sydney, kind of the way Sydney showed up for Dewey once she heard that Dewey died. We have a super chat from Dim. Thank you so much. You said I'm all in for Stu leading a cult, but what's his real motivation? It can't just be about killing Sydney and failing for 30 years. I don't know. I mean, I definitely think he wants revenge on Sydney for foiling his plan 30 years ago. Maybe his motivation is just, Billy gets all the credit for the events of the first movie. Maybe Stu wants to prove something that he can be a leader the way Billy was. I don't know. I mean, he's he's just a psychopath. Like maybe he just wants to kill people. I don't know. Um, and he's finally going to reveal himself in Scream 7 because all of his cult members keep failing. They keep failing to kill her. So maybe he's like, you know what? I'm just going to do it myself. Um, we'll see though. I, I I mean, I do just think it's revenge on Sydney, like Nancy Loomis said. Good old fashioned revenge, you know? Thank you so much for the $5, Dim. Thanks for supporting the channel. Um, let's see here. Um, yeah, I have not seen all of Emma Roberts' seasons of that show. I've only seen season 1 and season 3 and, um, 1984, whichever season that was. But yeah, season 3 is like my favorite out of the few that I've seen because of Emma Roberts. She was also great in 1984. His motivation, in my opinion, would simply be just to have a following like how Billy has, and just simply finish what he started, but with his cult following. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he's just in it for a good time. Who do you think Ghostface is? I think Anna Camp, Mark Consuelos, McKenna Grace, or one of the boys is. I definitely could see Anna Camp. I think Anna Camp is secretly Leslie Macher. I have a theory about this on the channel. If anyone here has not seen that, Mark Consuelos, I don't think so. I think he's just going to be in like 1 or 2 scenes and probably be there to add to the kill count. Um, McKenna Grace, I kind of think she's going to die. I think she's going to have like an iconic death scene. One of the boys, I can see them being a killer. They have that killer look, but maybe it's too obvious. Maybe they're doing that to throw us off. Um, where do you think Leslie Macher was during Stu's party? Do you think she could have been one of the female party guests? I don't think she was there. I like to think that she was away with the parents, you know? Wherever the parents went, like on vacation, maybe she was younger than Stu, so she was away with the parents, or maybe she was older and she was in college. And she was like away at college. I don't know. Um, I don't think I don't think technically she's a character in that movie. Like she wasn't created until Scream 5. So, as far as I know, if Anna Camp is going to be Leslie Macher, do you think we will get a mention or a flashback of Vince? I hope so. I talk about this a little bit in my video from today. If you want to check it out, I would love a Vince flashback. I feel like he was such a wasted character, had so much potential. Um, it's a shame. Issa German's character is 100% one of the killers. He does look like it, but maybe they're just doing that to throw us off. I find it interesting that Stu's parents wrote "feed the dog," but we don't ever see a pet dog. We see a cat. Maybe I don't know, maybe the dog ran away. um all right, I think we're going to call it here. We've gone a little over an hour. This has been so much fun as always. Thank you so much, you guys, for hanging out with me for the past hour. I am going to stream again tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Thank you again for all of your comments, all of your super chats, especially. I really appreciate everyone who sent in a super chat tonight. I have a new video up from earlier today if you want to check it out after the stream. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely let me know your thoughts on that. Thank you so much, you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow.